This is B3FL.
Romo's going to run it in. He's hit. He's not down. He doesn't get there.
Yeah, he broke every cardinal rule of quarterback right
Down
there.
on the one. Will try this field goal. Blocked.
Why did he throw?
Back into the teeth of the defense.
Are you nervous? Huh? Really, are you?
Get your popcorn ready.
Hey, somebody has run out on the field.
Start with Matt, I'll kiss him.
Some goofball in a hat and a red shirt.
You play to win the game. Hello?
I look like a psycho.
You play to win the game.
Now he takes off the shirt.
It's my quarterback.
He runs at the 50.
What's that man doing?
He runs at the 40.
My passion was playing football.
He's at the 30.
Golly!
Now he runs the opposite way.
Every single week, I put my freaking heart and soul into this.
Mr. Unlimited.
I don't go out there and laugh. It's not funny.
He's bare-chested and banging his chest.
Far around to the football. Play pass. Oh.
The guy is drunk, but there he goes.
Don't you ever talk about me!
Waving his arms, bare-chested. Somebody stop that man.
I'm not the bad guy. I love you.
How many people want to eat a dolphin tonight?
I love you.
Kicks him out.
Freaking that is a disgusting act. Get fucking sick.
You like that? You like that?
Mike, why are you in such a bad mood?
What do you care?
I got one thing to say to you. Oh, come on, man.
I mean, I know I'm gonna get got, but I'm gonna get mine more than I get got though.
Here we go. Pistol Gun Cop Show. How we doing?
Great, back at it.
Yeah, finally back at it. We've had a bit of a tumultuous start to our season. Me in the loss column, little draft issue. We've just time wise, it's tough to get this. It's tough to get this right sometimes. It's the effort and the what we put into it. It's
Honestly, yeah, there's probably nothing in the world harder than fantasy football, man. It's just a bunch of guys.
fantasy football and
putting their heads together.
bringing content.
Yeah,
Bringing
honestly,
content, and so much content going on in the league right now. If you're in the Discord chat, it's been lighting up. We've got new guys, Jackson and Andrew, chatting up a storm, which is awesome. We love to see it. They also played this week. Andrew got his first win in an upset win.
Must be nice.
Anything catch your eye in week one?
Week one, other than securing a victory, honestly, yeah, I want to address this. Like, man, fantasy football pitting brother against brother, man. Like, it was hard. There's nothing, like, people think it's easy out here just playing fantasy football, but like when you have to go against your own brother, like, what's worse, losing to your own brother or defeating your own brother, man? Like, I wouldn't want to either
Losing.
way. Honestly,
Losing to him, but
I don't know,
it's tough.
man.
I agree.
It's crazy, bro. It hurts me deep inside.
Yeah, we just saw a bunch of raccoons in the backyards of the two dogs downstairs are just losing it. So I'm going to try and keep focused here, but it is tough. Rivalry week, they named week one essentially. It's a tough week. I've always fought for it to be later on in the year. We get opening week, rivalry week, then the playoffs. But I'll concede this year, and we had it week one. I was against my foe coming from the B League, who I feel like we've kind of turned a leaf, but he beat me and we've turned that leaf back over. So Alex Sterling is not a friend of this podcast, and he is still at the bottom of the Sterling Power Rankings. And that's fine. And he can be. He's got a good team. very good team, drafted well. Speaking of the draft, shout out to you for making it. You were there for the whole thing.
Yeah, I was at work. I was just walking around with my phone in my hand, just setting up. We were doing some prep for this big wedding that was over the weekend, and
Right on.
I had my priorities in line. I had to get the draft in, had to get it done. The big boss lady was floating around. I just try to be as sneaky as possible, but
You were sneaky. You had a good draft too. You had a really good draft.
I'm pretty happy with it.
I wanted to address the little draft controversy that happened. I don't know if you were aware. Come 14th pick, my pick, the draft's going smooth. I click on Travis Etienne, and that little green hue, the little green pick me thing on the draft, it just kept swirling, loading, and I'm just watching the clock tick, 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 tick. And with about 10 seconds left, I was like, shit, I'm having computer issues. And with 1 second left on the clock, Commissioner, shout out Jer the commish, hits the pause button, in which I turned around and said, it's okay. I trust my guy. Go continue with it, thinking that this is who I've drafted. Unfortunately, Puka Nacua was chosen auto-picked. It auto-picked for me. And that was tough. So I quickly refreshed. We got back into it. And I got a receiver 1 at 14. Now, was it totally against my strategy going in? Not the guy I wanted, but that's okay. We move on. I'm not going to lie to you. Cooper Kupp was my third pick, going to be my third round pick, because I felt he was going to be the number 1 on the Rams this year, and it looks like he's going to be. And now Puka's hurt for an extended period of time. Tough go. But I wanted to apologize. To everyone. There was no controversy in the next round. Jer paused the start of the round again, in which I said to him, "Continue with the draft. I will figure this out." So again, I think that it didn't change my draft at all. Nothing happened. There was a slight pause on my pick for that reason. Going to the A-League, bringing in controversy. I didn't even pick a guy. Didn't even have a player on my team, and I'm already bringing some craziness. So that's been addressed. The controversy doesn't need to be a storyline this year. So there we go.
Man, the computers are out to get us. If we did this the old-fashioned way, we wouldn't have to worry about that at all.
One thing I wanted to talk about too on the show today, and it's not going to be the longest show we've ever had. But one thing I wanted to bring up, Zach Tickle shout out and Omar shout out. If you have like a couple hours to go through the slides that Omar has presented, take a look, because it's in depth. Have you seen it yet?
I believe so. Not the AI shit talking, or is that what you're talking about?
No, that is awesome. That is awesome. But that is something else. No, Omar's shit talking AI is hilarious. The draft review was awesome. Best draft review out there. I did a draft review live on Twitch on the last Thursday. Unfortunately, it did not stream. I have the recording, but the live stream was so up and in and out, it didn't go. Jared was trying to tune in, couldn't get it through. Technology, not my friend. But shout out Omar and Tickle for taking that upon themselves. Tickle had his flats and wings review of the draft. You saw that?
Yeah, I saw Tickles. I feel like he was very kind to my draft, which I appreciate. I'm not sure if I tuned into Omar's. Let's see here.
Omar's he's got it's like a PowerPoint, and it really goes in depth on all the positions and who's where, and it's really, really cool. Did a fantastic job.
Yeah, shout out. I think I don't think I clicked this one actually. 6.8 megabytes. I was shocked by the size of it. I was like, damn, that many megabytes on this? That must be a big PDF. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, here we are. Damn.
It's cool. If you get a chance to take a look. It's awesome.
Charts and fucking what the hell? Heat map.
So
I'm gonna have to.
I also wanted
very diligently study this at some point. I don't know.
you should take a look. It's
Just
cool.
definitely deserves my full focus.
Give me 1 second. I got to go down and rally my dog up here. He's going crazy.
I'll take
Talk to the folks.
I'll take this time to deliver a message to the league. There's something that I wanted to address to everybody. I'm sure that you have noticed that one of our league members. Oh my God, Pico's so loud in there. I'm sure you've noticed one of our league members has drafted, I think like 8 or 9 or 10 or 11 wide receivers in a row. And I'm sure he's going to be desperate to be getting rid of some of those wide receivers in exchange for some running backs, especially now that his star running back, Christian McCaffrey, is questionable to be playing. So I think I just want to issue a statement to the league that if anybody helps Liam Maloney out of his wide receiver hole, they will be on a list, and that list will be a list of people that will be destroyed by myself. Maybe I can get Mr. Pistol involved in this destruction as well.
We'll put them on the not friends of the show list, not a list you want to be on.
Yeah. So just, like if we just let him, that's like an easy win every week for everyone. Just nobody help him. We can all help each other out. I don't know if this is collusion or not, but don't trade with him. Don't take any of his wide receivers. He picked them all. Let him keep them all. Don't give him any running backs.
He had a tough draft. And speaking of the draft, we were getting into it there, and then got a little off topic. But the draft I thought went fairly well. I thought there was a lot of good drafted teams, both in the A and the B. There wasn't, there was a couple crazy picks. Jake was huge on Pittman falling in the B to the 6th. But again, it seemed like this year there wasn't necessarily a guy that I was like, besides Liam, I guess, at 1, where I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
because there was moments when Liam was going through and it was like, there's no way he picks another receiver.
Yeah, while we're here, I want to just circle back, double down. If you help Liam, you're on a list and you will be destroyed. Just so you know.
Yeah.
We're all on the same page.
Don't help Liam.
Don't help.
Now, yeah, you're right. I mean, I'm in some receiver trouble myself right now.
There's plenty of receivers to go around. I'll trade you a receiver.
So we've had the first week in the books. Obviously, we weren't able to get the pick'ems or survivor for that first week. And going forward, I think, we'll try and be the league elites and the media will try and be more on top of stuff like that. But September is such a busy time. And the start of football is so exciting. So a lot's going on. And obviously Jordan, his show on Thursday nights, so Thursday, we've got Thursday night football, Monday night football, Sunday football all day, Saturday college football. There's those Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday nights where we got nothing. And me and you were talking yesterday on Discord about the idea of releasing our episodes Tuesdays or Wednesdays. What I know you said too, well, we don't want to release it too far after.
Yeah.
And your concern is that
my thing is just like, whenever we decide to release it, we have to record it like either that day or the day before. Like, just imagine a scenario where we've recorded on like a Monday and then we're releasing it on like a Wednesday or Thursday. And on Tuesday, like 2 planes crash into 2 big towers. And then when the Wednesday comes out, we're not even talking about 9/11 at all. Like, and people are like, why are they not talking about 9/11? It makes no sense. It's like, oh, because we recorded it ages ago.
So my thing, and I get what you're saying, and I feel like a plane into a tower is much more of a Lang Gang podcast topic.
Well, just hypothetically.
I know what you're saying. And it's on your mind, obviously. September 12th today. Also crazy how they stopped doing the moment of silence, eh? Remember that? The first few years we stopped every year for like a minute, and there was like that moment of silence.
I mean, people are busy, man. People are busy these days. They don't have time to slow down and remember 9/11.
So we go back to, and I agree with you. It sucks that you would miss stuff, but here's my thing. If we record Wednesday or Thursday, like we're recording right now, so today is September 12th. We've just recorded the Bills in Miami are playing in 45 minutes. And we give the date at the beginning of the episode, and then we release it on the Tuesday or the Wednesday. And then I think we're going to see an uptick in viewers because everybody's got time on their hands at night because we're all football oriented. We want to, watch those games. And now that dead time on Tuesday, just an hour. Hey, let me tune into the Pistol Gun Cop show, fill up my time, my B3FL time. We've talked about becoming a bit more of a fantasy podcast too. And a B3FL media source. So I think that could be a possible idea. And I'm really talking just for season because out of season's different. Our off season's a little all over the place, sporadic, and just send it out when we can. But if we could have a season where we're, trying to do that consistency, you know what I mean? And then people can go back and say, well, so we thought the previews this week, of the matchups, right? So I'm playing Ryman. So now me and you have talked about this matchup. So Tuesday, the matchup's done. They're watching this. And we're sitting here talking about how Ryman's going to destroy me. I'm terrible. And then, boom, in your face, Pistol Pico punches Ryman right in the smacker, and I beat him. And then it's like, oh, shit. Everyone's like, oh, they were wrong, And then kind of comes back. I'm just saying, like, that could be a potential, and I don't know what your thoughts on that are.
See, I definitely see where you're coming from. I know what you're saying. However, I think like to give the best listener experience, we need to be like, there's no problem in letting it go that many days as long as we're not talking about things that have like that will happen over those days. You know what I mean? So like we could, every episode could just be like a retrospective of the week before. And we focus more on like the past week.
Yeah.
But I think focusing on the upcoming matchups that already happen by the time the viewers listen to it, it's just kind of like, it's easier more for them to just skip the episode. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, they're talking about this. We've already seen what happens. What's the point? Boom.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. I also think that
the most.
So my thing too is I know that you put a lot into the editing, right? And you do a great job editing, and shout out to Gun Cop for that. So to say to you like, hey, we need this out tomorrow. You know what I mean? I just feel like
it's not that big of a deal these days. Like I've gotten the turnaround time pretty fast, especially if there's only like one guest, or like especially if it's you and I can edit it in like less than an hour. Have it like recording.
Okay.
Doesn't take long at all. So like,
what day do you think? Like, would a Tuesday night? Like, if we said Tuesday nights, we're gonna record, or we're gonna produce an episode at least where if Tuesday you can go and I can't.
Is my Wednesday morning. So as long as I'm not working during the day on a Wednesday, then I'm all clear. I can do that.
Okay.
And especially if I'm not working on a Wednesday, I can record it and upload it easily in the same day.
And then we drop the next day. So we could like consistently, and again, like I'm just looking at the consistency thing for this season,
I think for me, because like sometimes during the week, I'm usually not working, but then they'll like chuck me an extra shift, or like, that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, there'll be like stuff pop up that like, they're like, oh, can you come in and do this during the day? I'm like, yeah, sure. So it's like the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm usually working at night in the evening. So like recording any of those days for me is easy during the day because I'm usually like, yeah, I'll come in later. I don't want to come in work twice kind of thing.
Yep. Okay. Well, it's something we'll keep on the docket here, and we'll keep talking.
I think
about it.
My position on that is just I think we should record whenever we decide to record. It should be as close to the release date as possible.
Okay.
And
I'm fine with that, buddy.
About when we're recording, we need to think about when it's dropping, and like try not to like,
I think that just says like to us like there's got to be a good communication. We got to be on the same page, and I'm a poor communicator. I really am, and things have been crazy the last few months. So hopefully we can buckle down, get some consistency going, and hit this hard. Speaking of hitting it hard,
we do this all for these guys. That's all. We just want to make them happy.
Speaking of hitting this hard, let's hit with one of our old segments here. I'm going to share my screen. Can you allow me to share my screen here?
Oh.
Appreciate it. Attaboy.
It's really Zoom that's not allowing you. Of course I allow you. I don't need to allow
I know. Just tell Zoom, So one of my favorite segments, the gun cop, it's called the interrogation room. And Ryan Lang is going to give us his picks. Yeah. His picks for this week's pick'em, which we haven't seen yet, but that's okay. It's going to come out. Here we go.
Room. Dude, I'm interrogating.
Get that light. Yeah. Don't knock on my window like that. Shout out Tyreek Hill. So let's start with the Dan Sterling Jackson Pico matchup. Now Jackson's new to the league, started 0-1, drafted a really good team though. Dan goes 1-0. These are the babies of the family. We're gonna call this the Baby Bowl. Jackson and Dan. Who do you have taking this?
Let's pop those teams up. Can we do that? Can we see
yeah, for sure. Let's bring the matchup up here. I give Jackson the heads up on those three right there.
I think I gotta go, Mr. Oh, he's missing a wide receiver. That's why he's so down.
He's missing a wide receiver at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Mr. Pico there.
Jackson, winner of the first ever Baby Bowl. And as the baby goes 1-1, gets his first win. Mike Bell versus Andrew Drake Shooter. Mike Bell met him officially at the wedding a couple weeks ago, Jordan Sterling's wedding, which was unbelievable. And Mike Bell gave me some bunch of beer, some food. He's not so bad, Ryan. He's not so bad. We've said a lot of nasty things about Mike on this pod before, eh?
Sorry, Mike.
We retract it all. Friend of the show, Mike Bell. Andrew Drake, also at the wedding, also a great guy. Didn't give me any beers, though.
All right, I think we got to go Mike Bell on that one.
So Mike Bell takes this.
Yeah, outside play does have impacts on the league, so.
Pretty even teams here. But we're going to go with Mike Bell. Tom versus Ivany. Interesting matchup here.
Christian McKee.
What do you think?
I mean, for a guy, he's missing spots. That's why he's only that far ahead. Yeah,
Great name, Ivany. Great name.
I think, anyone who's got that Christian McCaffrey on their team is due for a couple losses. So.
I think so. So you are taking Tom?
I think I got to take Tom, and I think Tom is going to have a cakewalk this week.
Cakewalk. Thought about him in your survivor pool?
Potentially, yeah. Or maybe next week I might take whoever plays Mr. McCaffrey useless over there.
Jordan Sterling himself and Ty met Ty at the wedding too. Also a great dude. We've talked some stuff about him as well. Another good dude on the other side, Jordan. But actually, fuck Jordan because now it's fantasy football and the wedding's over. So, who do you like in this matchup?
Just keep going down. Just let me see the bottom there. I think I might have to go. I'll take Jordan on that one.
Take Jordan. Okay, cool.
Ricky,
Ricky and Nate. Nate coming back. Welcome back to the B League. Ricky as well, back to the B League. Different starts though. 1-0 versus 0-1.
I think Nate's gonna take it. I think Nate back in the B. I do believe he is an A-League manager. He might have just had a bit of a fluke last year, but I think Nate is has what it takes.
I think we'll see
up here. So
we'll see if it was the fluke last year or the fluke the year before for him getting out of the B League. This year is a big year for him. We got Omar versus Scott. Buffalo versus my homies love Dicker. Dicker the kicker.
Dicker the kicker. Yeah, I think
Scott Newbrough, friend of the show.
I'll go Mr. Omar on this one. He's
interesting.
I love the team names. He's got a couple of good nicknames there. He's been going hard in the Discord, and that's the kind of play that we need to see in this league. So
I like that.
I think
Omar
it pays
there.
off on the field. You know, off field pays off on the field.
So let's start here. Pistol Pico versus Ryman. Team Jake sucks. Jake does suck because Ryman is 2-15 against 2-15 or 2-16. I'll get the confirmation there. A lot to not a lot. Ryman holds that, and Jake cannot change his name from Ryman's bitch until he beats him again. Didn't know that bet totally,
happens,
but
yeah.
So who you taking in this one, buddy?
I think the Isaiah Likely pick pays off for you, man. You know, you invested a lot in this guy, and I think that he's a good tight end, especially with Mark Andrews not really doing so much. So I think that pays off.
I also wanted to ask you, what were your thoughts on the A-League memo that I put out telling people I was going to take that much, put that much on them? Thoughts?
I thought that was a very bold move. I thought it was even more bold when you actually spent that much money on it. It's I don't know if you've seen that video. It's like a game show where you have to like split or steal, and you can't see like who has which one picks it, right? And like if both you guys pick split, you split the pot. If one person picks steal, they steal it. If both people pick steal, you know, they both lose. And as soon as it starts, the one guy goes, "I'm stealing. If you pick split, I'll split it with you in real life." Tells them that. In the end, they both split it. You know, if you've seen the clip, it makes sense. Hard to explain. I want to be brief, but that's exactly what you did. You called your shot. You said, "Hey, I'm spending $500. A lot of money to spend on it." People are like, "Is he really spending that much money on it? Should I even bother?" I thought it was a trick to be like, "I'm spending $500. Don't bother." And then you only spend, you know, like 100, 150, and then save yourself
103
some money,
was the second
victory. But there you go, 501. That's enough to take it. Shout out Levi's, and there you go. Walk away with Isaiah Likely. Clearly wanted him.
I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest. I kind of fucked up with the bet. I thought there was going to be, in this A-League, I thought there was going to be 13 people bidding on this. I thought this was going to be one of the craziest auctions we were going to have. And I wanted to just go in there and say, hey, you're going to need to bid huge.
I think if you don't say that, I think there is more people throw their money down. I think you scared enough people away that they're like, why bother? I'm not spending more than that, so why bother?
The B League had a 385 bet that won it. So much closer. Makes me not look as bad, but it was a fuck up on my end. I mean, that's half my fab in 1 week.
But it is what it is. If you get your guy and you don't need any more pickups the rest of the year, then that's fine.
Get your guy. I also ended last year with some fab, which I didn't care for. Let's step back into the interrogation room here. Tickle versus Dally. I've picked Dally in my survivor pool.
Yeah, I like Dally's team as well. Yeah, I think I gotta go Dally.
definitely Dally on that one. Tickle needs to bounce back quick. Jake versus Marty, father versus
Father
son.
and son.
Who is the king of the house here?
That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. Here, you drop down a bit. Scroll. Give me a little scroll. You see the squad. See the squad. Jake loves his Pittsburgh Steelers, man. That is not a lie.
You traded for them this week, actually.
I think Marty Grew is a safer play, but I do think Jake can take it if things go his way. But I think if you're playing safe, you're betting on Marty Grew.
Okay, nice. So you're taking Marty.
I think so.
Okay, I like that. I'd be taking Marty too. I think in that. I think Jake goes 0-2 and begins his quest to the B League. All Sterling battle here. Jer versus Alex. Both 1-0.
Barkley, yes. Okay. I'm hoping for a big Houston week this week, and Jer's got some Houston shares there, so I'm going Jer Sterling.
Okay. Jer taking down Alex. And then we go to Kalen and Henderson. Met Henderson at the wedding as well. Good guy, not a listener of the show. He was drinking gin, and I said, "Oh, buddy, I love gin." He's like, "Oh, really?" And I said, "Oh."
He doesn't even know that.
So you've never watched the show.
Tune in.
So he will. I don't even know if we're going to get a gin review on this one. That's on me.
Potential
Henderson
gin
for
reviewer right there, dude. Hendy.
I'd love to bring him on. Maybe we'll do a little live gin tasting one time.
Oh.
Kalen versus Henderson.
I think Henderson's got a good squad there. Laporta, Pittman. I think I'll take Henderson on that one.
Henderson. Kalen goes down.
As much as I love Kalen.
Yeah, he's everyone was cheering for him to win that ship last year, over Jake.
Yeah, I love that.
It was, good guy versus bad guy there. Good guy won. Zach versus the lowly Liam team right now, who he just needs something, needs a bounce, garbage goal, something.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Zach Lang. That is my survivor pool pick this week. That is my lock of the week. Shout out to Zach Lang. Sorry what I did to you last week. I didn't. I wish there could have been another way, but that's fantasy, man.
And then we come down to maybe the main event.
I mean, it couldn't be more obvious who I'm picking on this one, but I'm gonna have to go with Ryan Lang.
It's gonna be
Cops.
It's going to be a close matchup, but I would definitely pick you in this as well. Papatee's got a good team. He drafted well. He's done nothing but get better every single year. So nothing good on Papatee. Speaking of the Survivor, maybe we'll go over to the Survivor here. As we go into your B3FL Survivor pool. Jared takes Zach. Jackson was taken a couple times. Andrew Drake also picked. New guys getting picked. Dan's Fans has just joined. I've taken Dally. You've taken Zach. It's gonna be good. Tom took Tom.
Getting the notes in there, making sure everyone's on the same page. Tom Winook.
Big spreadsheets guy.
Spreadsheets.
Big spreadsheet guy, right? Good old Tom. Ivany, you need to get your pick in. Got to get Jackson, get his pick in. And Dan's Fans, it's
Little D. I think Dan is a decent default this week. Dan is a decent default. Say that 5 times fast.
Dan's also playing Jackson this week, though. The Baby Bowl.
The Baby Bowl.
Cool. Well, that's been the interrogation room with the gun cop.
Need like a theme song too, but
we can get there. We'll get there. Hey, this is episode 31, I believe.
I think so. 31. We are flying.
Like we're in the 30s now, so we're still going. We're still going strong. No end in sight. podcast of the year. Although Jordan's on live right now, I don't know how it's going. I'll take a listen afterwards. Again, unfortunately, we weren't able to get recording yesterday, last week. That was on me. Yeah, we're ready for the season again. You know what I mean? It's so great to be back.
Love it.
Talking in the Discord chat, just blowing up. Now, what else do we have on the docket? I'm going to be dropping the power rankings. I don't have the power rankings with me right now. So I'm going to be dropping them, I believe, on Saturday in a separate video.
Fuck yeah.
I was also I've just kind of started getting into potentially doing a little bit of live streaming as well. So now I don't know what you think about this idea. I ran it by Jackson, maybe doing the Pico power rankings. Jackson and I do a little 15-minute live stream and we drop our power rankings. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I think that could be a lot of fun. So we're in talks right now. Not that it's hard to talk because our rooms are like right next to each other right now.
Just a couple tin cans with a string attached.
That's all we need. But yeah, I think that could be fun.
Oh yeah.
I think it could be a lot of fun. Who you got in the game tonight? Who's your pick?
Who's playing? Dolphins and
Buffalo Dolphins.
I don't know. It's tough to say. I like Buffalo, but I think the jury's still out on how they're going to perform this year. Josh Allen is a freak of nature, but he does need some people to throw to. So see how those guys pan out.
Coleman.
I think I don't know. I'm not much of a gambler, but I think it's pretty much a gamble on either of those two teams.
Yeah,
I'll take Miami. Sure.
I'm rolling with Miami tonight. Miami minus 2.5. I think that's close, but I think Buffalo. Josh Allen is an animal, a legitimate animal.
What quarterback is hurdling for a touchdown in week 1? Who else is going to do that, man? That shit's crazy.
He is. He's a freak. Great athlete, great player. Just getting some text messages here. Yeah, Kamish is fired up definitely about the league starting up. Any complaints, definitely send it over to the Kamish like usual. I thought the draft went again really, really well. Things seem to be really running smooth. Now I don't even know if me and you had talked really about the town hall. We did. I know we did have the town hall episode. That's right. But again, I thought that went smooth. I thought we were really rolling into this year. Well, you were thinking about any more B3FL merch?
Am I going to order some?
You got any ideas for some?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I could do like a nice mouse pad or something like that.
Like in I've got my B3FL mouse pad right beside me, but in Australia, like what would you think would be great Australian merch B3FL? You know what I mean? Like what's the big thing down there?
These guys love rum and cokes. So I don't know. They might if they had their own like B3FL branded Bundaberg rum, that would go off crazy.
Jesus, that's more than just merch order.
That's a big ask. We'd have to have like an official liquor sponsorship there. Maybe one day we get to that level. But you know, the NFL is expanding internationally. Maybe B3FL expands internationally. Maybe we I think that would be a good in. These guys are already sucking the rum back and they see this on the bottle. Like if they're sober enough to still read 4 numbers at that point, B3FL, maybe they'll be like, oh, what's that? Fucking, holy mate, what I say? We type it into the computer. I see, fantasy football.
Was that your Australian accent? That was...
Holy mate. Give me a rum and coke. Give me a rum and coke, mate.
So you have not picked it up since you've been there. That's okay though. You don't have to.
No, you guys don't know. That's the fucking. That's like the. Like, people do like the hack Australian accent. That's like what they really sound like, man. They're like, oh, mate,
That's
give
funny.
me rum and coke. Oh,
Oh man, I'm just put up sleeper here, looking at some of the league chat and the things that weren't. See, even Zach Tickle says weren't kidding of any of the 500 fab, eh? I'm not a
I do
liar.
respect that play. I respect that play. Calling your shot, sticking to it. It would have been funny if someone else bid 500 and you got them with the 501. That would have been funny.
Yeah, or someone went like 600.
600, they would have had to, they would have had to. If they
I
were
told them what they had to
serious
pay
about
for 'em.
Blakely, yeah. Yeah, I do like that move. And now going forward, you could play that move again, and maybe people are going to think you're serious, and, you can undercut them. I don't want to expose too much of the sauce, but, that's...
Just gave away my whole season's play there in 10 seconds, but
I'll cut it out. I'll bleep this part.
no, that's okay. I mean, next time I do it, or if I do it again, you're gonna have to take that into consideration.
They won't know if you're serious or not, man.
They won't know.
Gotta keep them
Again,
guessing.
I was gonna do it like 2 days prior, and then I was like, I'm not gonna do it. Be stupid. And then I was sitting here, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. A-League memo. I'm bidding. If you want him, come get him. But I'm throwing my fab in the pot.
Hell yeah.
He was on my dark horses for the year. Mark Andrews was hurt at the end of last year, and he was like the tight end one over the last 3 weeks. They also struggle. They struggle at receiver. Zay Flowers is no good, in my opinion. And I think that, again, I'm really happy with having Isaiah Likely. Really, really happy.
Popped off week 1. I think there's no reason why he doesn't continue to pop off. I think he would have had an extra touchdown if things went his way, right? That was him with the toes.
Yep. Yeah. I play Tickle next week, the following week, and you are playing Kale, the defending champ. Couple good matchups coming up. I'm excited for our matchup. I don't know exactly when it is
I think it's been for a while.
yet. But really excited for that one. I texted Jake yesterday because I thought I was playing Jake. That classic, you see Jake sucks and you think. So I texted him because he texted me. Sorry. He texted me and I texted back, oh, are we talking this week? And I guess it had been like a week or two since we had talked. And he's like, what? Like, he's like, sorry, I'm a bad texter, but like, I've just been busy, haven't been feeling well. And I was like, no, we're playing each other, you fool. And he's like, no, we're not. He's like, this happens all the time though. I was like, I don't care if you don't text me or not. Like,
I'm not a girl, dude.
like, I was like, dude, chill. But it was hilarious. It was hilarious because I was thinking about it too. And I was like, I'm not going to text him because we're playing this week. And he's probably like, nah. But then he's like, no, there would be a lot of shit being talked.
Friends into enemies.
Mm-hmm.
This is what fantasy football does.
Speaking of enemies, the beginning of the show here, set it on the line. You help Liam out, you're an enemy of the show.
Yeah, don't trade any of his receivers. Let him sleep in the bed that he's made with 9 receivers in a row.
It's going to be a B-League bed. That's what it's going to be this year. Okay, well, the game's going to be coming on here pretty soon. I'm going to go, I'm going to watch that. I'm going to watch Jordan's show. Me and you are going to keep talking about this, but I think the Tuesday, Wednesday release date, people keep your eyes open for that. And me and you we take those 2 days for us, the Pistol and Gun Cup show.
I think that's a good spot because it you get the recap of the week before. You can get a little teaser for the coming week. And I think, the Tuesday, Wednesday is like a good release day. People are like in that midpoint, no football, no nothing. At least give them something to watch, something to enjoy for the evening. So I think that's a great release date. And I think we try and record as close to those 2 days as possible.
Okay. I like it. And I mean, even if we got to do it over a Monday night,
Monday night would be my
Tuesday
morning, which is usually pretty good as long as I'm off. So.
Okay. Well, we've got some stuff to talk about. Season's going. Big week. Week of football. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. You enjoy your day down under.
Will do.
It must be getting warm now, I guess, eh?
Oh, she's warming up. Got the AC going. So, or aircon as they call it.
Well,
yeah.
AC,
much quicker.
They say aircon, eh?
Aircon. Turn on the aircon. Weird.
All right. You, sir, have a fantastic day. And
yes,
B3FL, take care.
Will do. League, we love you.
This has been a Pistol and a Gun Cop.
Take her easy, folks.
Ça plane pour moi. Ça plane pour moi, moi. Ça plane pour moi. Ça plane pour moi. Allez hop, la nana, quelle panard, quelle vibration de s'envoyer sur paillasson. Limé, ruiné, vidé, comblé. You are the king of the divan. Qu'elle me dit en passant. I am the king of the divan. Ça plane pour moi. Ça plane pour moi. Ça plane pour moi. Moi. Ça plane pour moi. Ça plane pour moi. Allez hop, t'occupe, t'inquiète, touche pas ma planète. It's not today que le ciel me tombera sur la tête. Et que la colle me manquera. Ça plane pour moi. Allez hop, ma nana, c'est tiré, c'est barré, enfin c'est marre à tout casser les